Social media has completely destroyed my sense of self. I have been coming to the really uncomfortable realization that I don't think I've ever really known myself. And yes, part of that has to do with being a people pleaser and not prioritizing myself. But what I'm realizing lately is social media is kind of detrimental to our connection to our soul, to our true being, to our essence. And I know that sounds dramatic, but hear me out. I have felt like over the last year that I never really decided things for myself. Now, this is what I mean. Anything that I decided to do, so for example, a book that I wanted to read, I saw a video, probably on TikTok, of somebody reviewing the book, saying they loved the book, X, Y, and Z reason. And I was like, oh, cool, they liked it. They liked this about it. I think I might like that, so I'm gonna pick it up. Then I read the book. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with seeing something that somebody else is doing and it motivating you to do that thing. That's a great thing to do. Like, that's part of why social media is great. But what I started to realize was I was not picking and deciding to do anything because it was a thought that came from me, a thought that originated from my brain, my soul, my heart, even down to my work. The way that I was showing up in my business was in relation to the way that other people showed up in business. And again, there is nothing inherently wrong with taking something that somebody else is doing in their business or their job that is working for them and implementing that in your business. But when that's all you do, it is really easy to lose your sense of self and lose your connection to what you truly want and who you truly are. And then you're gonna hit a certain point in life where you're feeling unfulfilled and you're not gonna know why. And I guarantee social media is part of that reason. So if you can resonate with feeling unfulfilled despite doing all of these little things here and there and constantly trying to be better for yourself with new routines, new hobbies, new things in general, this might be why. If you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Lizette. I'm 29 and I share all things cozy lifestyle, rebuilding yourself, and becoming the best version of yourself. So think cozy vlogs, sit down videos, realizations. I am somebody that, like I mentioned before, have lived my life where everybody else. I grew up taking care of a parent and then a grandparent, and then I moved at a young age, and then I needed to take care of some other people and some other things. So it has taken me until 29 years old to realize I need to stop being a people pleaser and I need to focus in on me. And that's what this channel is about. I'm reclaiming myself. I'm finding myself for the first time at 29. So if you can resonate with all things cozy, fall vibes all year round, and wanting to become the highest best version of yourself, welcome, you are gonna love it here. And if you're returning, hey girl, welcome back. But one thing I do want to mention is we do not do anything on this channel without getting cozy first. So as you can see, I've got my gingerbread matcha latte, got my blanket behind me. We are comfy on the couch. So I'm gonna give you some time, get comfortable, go get a drink, light a candle, put an ambiance on, put a playlist on, get a blanket, get a hoodie, do something, get cozy, and we're gonna jump in. This is just a topic that I have been so hyper-focused on, and I know so many people can relate to, so I wanted to share my experience with social media ruining my sense of self and how I'm reclaiming my sense of self. So I'm going to share a little bit of my experience as well as share some of the things that I'm actively doing to come out of that and reclaim myself, get to know myself better, because they have helped me so much and I've seen such a change in just a few months' time. I waited to make this video because I wanted to see if I could make progress, to speak on the progress before speaking on my experience. And in just a few months, I have come into myself and learned myself so much more than I have in the past 5 years. When I created the space to just exist without constant outside noise and listen to myself and be with myself, I noticed things about myself that I had never noticed before. I started to like things I did not think I would ever like. That's huge. My entire taste in things changed. I mean, we're talking like home decor. totally different than what it was a few months ago. My taste in fashion, what I show up in, what I want to put on my body, that I previously 3 months ago literally was like, I would never put that on my body. But that was because I was consuming a specific kind of content. Also the kinds of media that I consume, the type of books and movies and shows that I never would have even thought I'd be reading. So before we jump into like the tips and the things that I've been doing to get to this place, I want to give you some examples. I have been a very modern, almost minimalist, neutral girl through and through, and that goes for both my fashion, my home decor, my aesthetic in general. Guess who over the last month has gone antique shopping for furniture, for decor, for clothing, thrifting as well. I've always liked thrifting, but not on this level. I have gone so much in the past month that that is now my new favorite hobby, is antiquing. I don't like lighter woods anymore. Don't get me wrong, I like a mix now, but like darker woods, more antique pieces, the heavier, sturdier, the culture behind these pieces, the experience, the past, like all of it speaks to me now. I am somebody that always gravitated towards like fantasy and romance books, but outside of that, the whole gothic genre, I was like, oh gosh, no, definitely not me. I always correlated it with, and this is ignorant of me, always correlated gothic with the emo scene kids in school, like things like that. And then I came across the gothic genre. And you guys, when I tell you I have not resonated with a genre, with an aesthetic, with the media of gothic more in my life than anything else, I mean that. And it's wild. And it's not only that I just like to watch it, but it resonates so deeply with inside of me. Like, I can't even express to you all of the different aspects of this genre. So many different things resonate with me so heavily. But I never, ever 3 months prior, before that, would have even looked in that direction because, again, my social media, everything that I was consuming was curated too modern, too sleek, too minimal. My fashion sense has changed. I've been a sneaker girl through and through. I'm a streetwear girl. I'm a comfy, cozy girl, always will be. But guess who's leaning into loafers and sweater vests and like really cute gothic academia vibes that I never ever was into before. It's amazing, y'all. Like when I tell you, being able to step outside of social media and step out of your normal thought process and what you enjoy is it's exhilarating. It's like a release. I have been experiencing so many different changes lately, and this has been truly life-changing for me. So I had to share. So with all of this said, I just felt like I was finally meeting me for the first time. Like I was finally hearing the real me under all of the noise of what everybody else is talking about. And once I realized that, scrolling becomes less and less of a desire. I know so many of us have this goal to stop scrolling, but to actually implement it becomes very difficult. When you take these steps, when you connect with yourself more, when you understand that everything you see isn't something that you have to like or consistently consume, you no longer want to do that. Let's jump into some of the things that has helped me get to this point. First thing on the list is physical media and physical journaling. Reading and journaling have been the most helpful for me in reconnecting and finding myself. If you don't take anything else from this video, let it be this. If you would have told me 3, 6 months ago, a year ago, that I would have been dying to read both Frankenstein and Dracula, I would have looked at you like you had 10 heads. Like, be so for real. Yeah, we'll put it that way. Reading will open your mind to so many different things. Even if you just take a small step outside of your usual preferred genre, I guarantee you will enjoy something of it. You will stumble across things and themes and words that will open your mind, that will resonate with you, that you would have never seen before had you stuck to everything else that you were consuming prior. I have been a reader now for a couple years. I was a reader as a kid and then I stopped and then I got back into it. I can say with complete confidence that reading in my late 20s was the best thing I could have done for my mental health. You will learn so much about yourself just through reading. And then we have journaling. Creating some kind of journal ecosystem for yourself is so good for your soul. It's so good for your mentality. It's so good for, if you're a creative person, getting all of the stuff in your brain out and onto paper and being able to then spend that space creating, even if you're not a creative person, even if you want to be a creative person, this is so important. So I have 3 journals right now. I'm only going to dive deep into one of them. But before that one, I've got my everyday regular journal. So if I'm feeling like I need to just journal about my day, at the end of the day, first thing in the morning, this is more of a daily journal. This is what happened today. This is what's going on. If I'm feeling myself or if I'm not feeling myself and I need to vent, it all goes in there, right? Like think stream of consciousness, just writing what's on your brain. Then a little hobby of mine, this is my creative journal. So I do like kind of sort of scrapbooking, just creative journaling, saving things, putting them in here. Just a place to be creative and put physical things and have fun. The journal that changed it all for me is a commonplace journal. Now, if you don't know what a commonplace journal is, it's essentially a place to store all of the information that you learn, that you want to learn, that you absorb in one place. Because we learn a lot of things throughout the day. We might also not learn a lot of things throughout the day, and you might want to learn things throughout the day. Commonplace journaling, I don't know the exact specifics, dates, people, philosophers, but this started way back when with philosophers when they would learn things, when they'd have ideas. They would carry a commonplace journal around with them and just jot it all down. Now, this can be done in so many different ways. It's all up to you. It's all customized to you. But I started this a few months back and it has been incredible. You can basically put whatever the heck you want in here. It's just things that you're consuming, things that you want to remember. So just to give some examples of things that I put in my commonplace journal. Vocabulary, quotes and phrases, ideas / I intend to do, because I intend to do a lot of things and forget them because they just stick up here. I'll write them down and come back to them. Book reviews, research and learning, simple joys, notes to self, moments of realization / clarity, mind mapping, brain dumping, things I relate to, hyperfixations, ADHD girlies, you understand. If you get it, you get it, and movie reviews. So I can't even explain how good this has been for my mental because it really helps you understand. Like if you learn something or you see something and you're like, oh my God, I want to write that down and remember it and have it stored forever. Guess what? You're realizing you really enjoy that. It helps you understand yourself. It helps you understand the kind of things you like to consume, the kind of things that you want to learn more of. And I'm an academic nerd. I mean, it's a college dropout, but like I love learning. I love reading. I like consuming. I like educating myself. But as somebody who's almost 30, trying to figure life out in this world, the state of the world, this economy, we don't have a lot of time to just linger and lounge and learn and have fun. Next tip kind of goes hand in hand with what we kind of just talked about, but it is getting a creative hobby that you can do with your hands that does not involve a screen. So we're talking cooking, puzzles, scrapbooking, drawing, sketching, painting, coloring, paint by numbers, photography, music. Create hobbies out of things that don't require you to consume other people's opinions. I love this one. It's called mini daily discovery tasks. So essentially you want to spend whatever amount of time that you have, that you want, that you're able to, trying to learn something, whether it's about yourself or about something in general that doesn't involve your phone and somebody else, right? So for example, explore. Take 20 minutes and go on a walk. Walk a different route that you've never walked before, or take a different turn that you haven't taken before. No destination in mind, just explore and witness something new. Fresh perspectives, fresh visuals help to clear your mind and open up space to find you. Maybe it's sitting in silence for 5 minutes and realizing that, dang, I can't even sit in silence for 5 minutes without freaking out. Maybe it's journaling one page, asking yourself a question you've never asked yourself before. What do I really feel about blank? What is my true honest thought about blank without referencing somebody else's version or opinion of said thing? The next one is to learn out of curiosity. Explore and self-educate just because you want to, not because it's a paper for school or because it's something you need to know for work or because you're working on your relationship and you need to because you're having a specific issue with your partner, like, yeah, that's a good reason to do something. All of those are good reasons to learn something. But when's the last time you sat down and you were like, I am really interested in this history topic. I'm really interested in how to make this specific kind of candle. I'm really interested in how to care for home plants. And you just took time, sat down, researched it, maybe got a notebook out, took some notes as if you were learning in a class, and immersed yourself in learning something new. That is one of my all-time favorite things to do, is immersing myself and educating myself. That could even be something as simple as learning one new vocab word a day. I signed up for the Merriam-Webster email once a day. It sends out a word of the day, and I add that at the end of the week or the month, however I want to do it, to my commonplace journal. And then I have a running list of new vocabulary. And it builds confidence in yourself too, because now you know you have a wider knowledge base. You can educate somebody else on something that you couldn't 5 minutes prior. Your vocabulary is better. You'll speak more eloquently. You'll speak with more confidence. And all of these things help you relate to yourself. I want you to think about 1 or 2 topics that absolutely fascinate you, and I want you to take time over the next week to self-educate. Dive deep, connect, go down a rabbit hole, take some notes, and learn it. Leave a comment down below with what you think your topic might be, or if you have any ideas, we can kind of build off of each other and get new ideas for everyone. And then the last tip is to create a routine that is actually made for you by you. Now, what the heck do I mean by that? I'm sure all of us have some kind of routine that we want to implement that we can't necessarily stick to, or that we've fallen off of, or that we're not proud to say that we can't stick to, right? Maybe it's a morning routine, an evening routine, before bed routine, a workout routine, a meal prep routine, nutrition, wellness, whatever it is. It is very likely that a big reason, if not the main reason, why you cannot stick to these routines is because you've copied it from someone else, is because you've borrowed the idea from someone else. You've borrowed the idea from an influencer who doesn't have the same work schedule as you, doesn't have the same sleep schedule as you, doesn't have kids, doesn't have a college class, doesn't have 3 businesses they're building. Like, chances are you're trying to take their puzzle piece and fit it into your incomplete puzzle, but that puzzle piece isn't the right one. So pick your routine. Maybe it's a morning routine, right? Ask yourself, what do I actually want out of my morning routine? Do not think about anybody else's routine that you've seen. Do you want more time to yourself because your days are busy? Do you want to boost your energy for the day? Do you want to spend more time with your partner because that's the only time in the day that you might have? Do you want to take that time to dedicate to something you've been wanting to try, do, or learn? Maybe you've been wanting to do splits. Maybe you've been wanting to learn how to do a split. So you get up 20 minutes earlier and you do a YouTube video about how to get the right split down. You know, like, it could be anything, but it needs to be something that you desire. Maybe you really truly do desire one of those aesthetic morning routines from a creator. And that is okay. It's okay to look at something else that somebody else has, does, or wants, and want that for yourself. That's not the issue. But you need to make sure you check in and ask yourself, okay, why do I want this aesthetic morning routine? Not just because they have it, right? So maybe you want this aesthetic morning routine because you want to romanticize your life more. What does romanticizing your life look like to you? Do you like lighting candles, or do you like incense? That influencer, that creator might just like candles. Maybe you like incense more, so start using incense. Do you like eggs and bacon in the morning just because that creator makes eggs and bacon every morning? Or are you more of a Greek yogurt parfait kind of person? Great, so that's what you're gonna make instead. Your workout routine. Maybe you really do want to implement a workout routine and a creator gave you an idea and you were like, oh my gosh, I don't work out enough. I really want to. Great, but why? What is your end goal? What do you enjoy? If you see somebody weightlifting 5 days a week and you try and jump into that tomorrow with no experience, or maybe you don't like weightlifting, you're never gonna stick with it. It's not gonna be a routine that you enjoy. So what do you like? Maybe you haven't experimented with other kinds of fitness. Now is your time to do so. Go take a Pilates class, go take a yoga class, go for a long walk, maybe go for a jog, maybe just do some stretching at home. Figure out what you like and create your routine around what your brain is telling you. And again, you have to dig a little bit deeper here and sit with yourself and figure out what it is that you want. When somebody asks us, what do you want? We're conditioned to spitball something immediately. That's again kind of a concept that we learned off of social media. If somebody says, hey, why do you want to start working out? Most women are going to reply and say, I want a bigger butt, right? How many of us see those fitness influencers on TikTok and Instagram? And you say, I want to work out because I want a butt that looks like hers, or I just want a bigger butt in general. But have you sat down and asked yourself, what is the number one priority I actually want to see? What is the number one outcome I actually want from working out? I guarantee you a lot of you will actually prefer a well-rounded physique that allows you to be and show up as the best version of yourself for the next 30 years. Those are the things that I've been doing, and I genuinely feel like I'm finally developing a sense of self at 29. If you are younger than 29, if you're younger than me and you're seeing this, please implement this. I would have loved to have seen a video like this and done this in my early 20s. If you're in your 30s, girl, this is your prime. Like, this is your time. If you're even older than that, like, it's almost more beautiful to see something like this at that age. So I just hope that anybody that's watching this, if you can relate to kind of not really knowing yourself, not understanding yourself, feeling a disconnect from yourself, that this was helpful, and you realize that social media can be a guide, it can be helpful. There's so many great things that come from social media, but you're curating a specific algorithm, a specific feed everywhere you turn, every time you open your phone, and that there is more to you in your soul, in your heart, in your mind than what you see on your phone. And remember, romantic relationships, friendships are not the only kind of relationships you should be focused on. You should also be focused on building a relationship with yourself. So go on those solo dates, ask yourself those hard and difficult questions, and see how over time you start to develop your sense of self and connect with who you actually are. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.